No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy and they're pantsy. They just can't keep them under control.
Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. We are back. Season 5, Episode 1. We got the OG crew here, plus Real Bro fan Kev. Co-host Brian.
What up?
Nick. I'm Jay.
Sup.
Oh, man. The OG trilogy is back. I think so. Last year we opened up Season 4 with Nick with the two, was it? Or no, it was Superhero Talk, I think, last time Nick came on the first special ones. Which one did you come back for us?
Oh, you did Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah, the Rocky special. But was that the only one you came back last year for Season 4? I thought you did another one. No?
Last year was rough. I don't think I did.
That's all right. That's fine. We're not holding it against you.
Did we start last year with the bracket, the heroes and villains? Because
yeah.
he submitted his picks as the...
Yes,
he did.
That's what I was. I was a part of it in spirit and bracket.
Yeah, you were there. Kevin, I know you've
not here.
You've been with us for a while, so you can pull your microphone closer. We've just just pull. You can pull it when you're leaning back. You can talk. Just at least pull it close to the edge of the table.
Hello.
Fucking Christ. Oh, man. So we are now on Season 5. This podcast has been on for, I forgot to check the timeline when we did it when we started. I think 3 years. We did like 5 seasons going on.
Yeah.
It's going strong. Nick, if you heard some of our top city outside of New Jersey was a city in Germany, the second most downloadable city.
Germany.
I swear to God, the stats were great. So that's yeah.
They love Beer Fest.
I don't know. They just look up anything with beer and listen.
I guess so, but it was pretty interesting that Freehold was number 1 city here in the U.S. and then Germany was number 2, the most downloadable. We don't have a lot of downloads, but we got some, and then Germany was number 2. It's interesting to see that. I was like, okay, all right.
Well, let me tell you something, my Kraut Mick friend.
All right.
We are an international podcast.
We are. Actually, we are. Who thought we would be an international podcast?
Who knew?
Well, we appreciate all of you out there listening to us and enjoying it. And, check us out on all our social medias at reelsboozebros.com. It's all there. And let's just move on with it. So I hope you enjoyed the 2023 recap. It's on the website. Everything's up there, and everything from last season, this season, for Season 5, we got a lot of big things going on. I'm going to try to get video going on for this season, see how it is. See what it's like.
Stream it on YouTube or something?
Yeah, probably stream on YouTube. See on there the YouTube channel and see how that's like. And we'll see. We'll go from there. We're like it or not. And we had the Twitch for a bit, but that was like here or there. But let's try to go on YouTube and stream it on there. Get this video going on.
We're coming for you, Rogan.
Yeah. Big brain, alpha brain, whatever it's called. Sure. All right.
I was thinking more about the Colts old punter. We won't be having any controversial guests on here talking about possible lists and vaccines.
Oh, God, no, none of that stuff.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so we're gonna talk about that stupid shit. That's all right. So let's move on. Let's go straight to it because this is a pretty long movie. I don't see how long we go for the podcast. For tonight's movies, tonight's reel, we have The Godfather, the classic. 1972, The Godfather. That's why Nick had to step up as the true Italian. That's
just like Rocky had to represent.
Indeed had to represent. I think I saw a cameo in this movie from him. Maybe I don't even know.
I think it was his dad. Guy was in there. I was like, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
Quick cameo at the wedding.
So, that's it.
I'm not saying anything.
But this one, I wish I had a little different sound. It's a little loud. So, but instead of the booze for tonight, we actually Nick again provided we're drinking wine. We're fancy bitches.
Hey, it's Godfather. We got to drink wine.
Yeah.
It's either that or Peronis, fellas.
Yeah.
I wish I had a cannoli with this, but you know what? I'll do what I got to do. This, I'm not a big wine guy, and the reason why
me neither
is the fact that my gullet is on fire because I have such bad acid reflux.
Let's see.
What's the line? Where,
Be a man.
there we go. I was waiting for it.
You gotta act like a man.
That's me right now. I'm literally crying for the Hollywooders.
You act like a man. What's the matter with you? Is this how you turned out? A Hollywood Pinocchio that cries like a woman? What can I do? Drink the wine. That's what you can do.
That's me right now. It hurts so bad.
Nick's actually walking around doing the whole Marlon Brando.
So let's see. Let's get just get Nick. We want to describe this wine. Bring on this. Was this Francis Coppola?
It is Coppola. I was looking at the the liquor store, and I was like, well, what wine do I get? Because they don't really. So I wanted Carlo Rossi, but we can only get those in like the 5-gallon jugs, and we're not drinking that tonight. So.
Yeah, we're not going.
You could have drank straight olive oil.
We could have, but I would have got some bread for that. We just put it on the bread.
But nice little dipping platter.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I figured I saw the Coppola bottle, and I'm like,
yeah,
perfect for tonight.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it, boys.
Yeah, we got it. He's directing the movie and directing our fucking our intoxication level. I see. So, you guys' thoughts on the wine? Kev, your thoughts on the wine?
So I'm enjoying it. So I do like to drink wine. I don't drink it enough as I probably should compared to everything else that I inject into me or whatever.
I inject the beer.
But no, I'm totally fine with this because I'm not a crybaby like some people here. But,
you know how I am on sours. So.
Some sours are rough. I'll give you
listen,
that.
if this isn't good, we can always break out the double Xmas. I'm sure there's probably a few more in that first for you.
Oh, that's even worse. The fucking horse head always gets me. I'm like, how do you not fucking feel that in your back? How deep of a sleeper are you? That type of things.
I think because it's so far down, his feet don't reach it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's curled up.
Is it curled up? Are you sleeping in a fetal position? That's going. Anyway.
Okay,
all right.
He was.
So, Brian, your thoughts on the wine? You're not a big fan. You're not a big.
I'm not a wine drinker.
Yeah.
But
a boozy bitch.
Yeah. No, definitely not. But this isn't bad. You know,
It's the Cab Sauv. The Cab Sauv's that you're out at a restaurant and the only thing to drink is wine and you're not sure what to get the Cab Sauv.
There you go.
You'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The other
More of a
stuff
white.
can be a little dry, a little too sweet, a little bit this, a little bit that, but the Cab Sauv.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
Yep, middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a good description. I like that.
All right, so let's move on. I decided. So check this out. I decided to use a little AI for the help with describing the Godfather on this one. So, all right, so step into the world of The Godfather, 1972, where the pasta is as saucy as the characters, and everyone's got an offer you can't refuse, unless it's an invitation to a family gathering. Then maybe reconsider. Meet the Corleones, a family that puts the fun in dysfunctional. Don Vito, the head honcho, can make you an offer you can't understand because it's an Italian. When he's not busy whispering secrets with his cat, he's busy making horse-head-shaped surprises for those who cross him. Sonny, the hot-headed sibling, is as Italian as a pizza with spaghetti on top. Frito, well, let's just say he's more weekend at the casino than mafia boss. And then there's Michael, the golden child turned reluctant godfather who discovers that family reunions aren't just awkward, they're potentially lethal. In a world where everyone is sleeping with the fishes, The Godfather is a cinematic masterpiece that proves you can refuse an offer, but you can't refuse to be entertained. So grab your cannoli, practice your best Marlon Brando impression, and let the drama, intrigue, and the occasional garlic-laden feast begin.
Don't forget the cannolis.
Drop the gun, give cannolis, stuff like that. All right, so on to the scores. Obviously, they're going to be pretty high. You know, it's kind of a classic movie there. So let's see. Rotten Tomatoes, 97% tomato meter, 98% audience score. IMDb, 9.2 out of 10. Metacritic, Metascore, 100 out of 100. Had a nice little symbol on there. User score, 9.3 out of 10. All right, let's go to our reviews. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with any of those scores. I would put it like a 9.5. I can't give anything like a 10. But I actually do like 2 better than 1. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like 2 better than 1.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not that I don't hate that statement. I'm surprised to hear it. You don't usually hear that.
Yeah, I think 2 is better than 1. I think because like Michael really steps into the role of being that version, and just you kind of get a little more backstory and all that sort of stuff. So like it explains a little bit more. So you get that as well. Like if you had the beginning of 2 in 1, like I think.
See,
watch the Godfather trilogy.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to talk about this later, but for you would want to watch the Godfather Epic, which was a special collection that they made where they did it in chronological order.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually how I first started watching the movie.
Yeah, epic, not trilogy. Obviously, I'm just saying what I said before. Yeah, they put it on TMC, but they actually just play it in the order of the scene. So it starts with all the Corleone, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
I would say I like 1 better than 2, but the parts with De Niro in the past in 2 are like the best parts of that movie, in my opinion. I don't like a lot of the more modern day, for the time period, the modern day Michael.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it. I think he's just more like, I don't know. I think in the second one, he's just kind of like a little more.
That's the heat.
I don't want to say like hardened, but he's just like sharp. Like he's always on, and he's always thinking like moves ahead of other guys, and it just shows like how smart he is, where he could see every play coming, compared to
he's
the others.
playing chess when other motherfuckers are playing checkers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He's going against Fredo. He's a moron.
Yeah.
He's always trying to skate up ice hill.
Well, then same thing with Hyman
I see
Roth
it
and all that
uphill.
sort of stuff.
That will help.
But anyway, like back to the first one. The first one is phenomenal. You get great performances from a lot of people in this movie. Brando's great. Obviously Pacino's great. James Caan, I like a lot, and then I kind of just want to punch him sometimes. But I don't know. Fredo just
Is he a contender? Huh?
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
We know.
Come on, there's no way in this movie
I
we all
know.
know who it's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, do we
He
even
had
have
a
to-
cameo and it would have been her. Come on.
I'm just saying, come on, we got to keep the audience intrigued.
Actually, no.
This is season 5. We could throw some curveballs
We'll
over
get there
here.
later.
Yeah, we'll get there
All right,
later.
all right.
There's
I have
another.
what I'm assuming is a different answer for that.
There's another choice.
It's
in there
fucking
as well.
Robert Duvall's character. I get it.
Nah. Yeah, and then Robert Duvall's good in the movie. There's just a lot of really good things. It's a really well written script. I don't want to say the movie drags on a little too long, but there's nothing.
It's fucking long.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what could you possibly cut out, like from the movie to make it a little bit shorter. But
Nothing.
there's nothing really.
It's long, but it's a good movie. There's no real. The only down part I would say is the Italy part.
That's
Yeah,
what I was just gonna
yeah, I was like, that's really the only part. But you do get
But
out.
then if we don't do that, we don't get Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I know. Come on, let's drive.
Probably the best part of it.
Yeah, she can mess up the days all she wants. She looked great.
All right. So, Kev, your thoughts on this?
So, I mean, I would give the movie a 10. I'm not going to go 9.5. I mean, it's not anything that's like a controversial take. Everyone considered, well, not everyone, but it's widely considered to be one of, if not
Yeah.
the best film of all time. The acting performances, if I remember right, I think just about all the male leads in the film were nominated for an Academy Award. So I believe it was Hagen, Sonny, I don't know why I'm doing those names instead of the actors' names, and then Michael and Vito were all nominated. In fact, it was...
Two
this
for
is,
best actor and 2 for best
No,
supporting?
Michael was nominated for supporting actor, and he was pissed. He was like, "I should have been nominated for actor." And this is the Academy Awards where Brando won and didn't go, and it was the Native American woman that accepted the award on his behalf or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's the main thing when people talk
Sachin
about
Littlefeather.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then what's his face trying to like beat her?
Like
ass?
John Wayne, I think, was in the crowd and was like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah, right. I think he was gonna step
I
up.
think
and-
it was some other like Western actor who was probably like, "Man, fuck these Indians, I don't give a shit."
Yeah, he was gonna beat her ass. I think.
Yeah, it was something like that. Like at the Academy Awards,
Yeah.
while she was giving the speech,
he was
they
gonna
were like, "Fuck you."
He's gonna like, he literally got like about to run up on stage and they had like security. He was about to do a fucking Will Smith when he's.
But no, so
Anyway.
I got into this movie late. I didn't see it probably until I was in grad school, so I was like 29 or 30.
Wow.
I just never got around to seeing it. Just never saw it. And then it instantly became one of my favorite movies. I was like, oh, I can see why people have talked about this being
Yeah.
great. So then I saw 2 right afterwards, and then I saw 3 and fell asleep in the middle of it, and I have no idea what happens. And I've heard not to even bother. So
3?
yeah.
3 is rough.
Yeah,
I mean, you feel like you got to watch it because you've invested in the other 2, but
No, I've never felt the need to go back to it because after I told people I fell asleep because I wasn't enjoying it, they're like, just don't see it. You don't need to know.
It's rough.
But no, I love the film. I would give it a 10. And yeah, whenever I see the Godfather epic is on, or just in general, like, oh, I'll waste a couple of hours with this. Because it's a long movie, but every part. I mean, this is probably the movie that I have the most list of scenes just looking at my phone. I don't know what's funny. What did I do?
His face and noises were, and this is so fucked up for me.
The bartender?
But, no, Luca Brasi.
The face he's about to make,
And
he's got the fish eyes coming out.
I don't know what I can't stop laughing. And just thinking about that I'm going to see it here, I just started laughing. I'm sorry.
I was like, shit, did I spill something and no one told me? Why is it my fault? Anyway, movie's great. That's my review. Thank you for coming.
Sorry, Kev.
Just fucked him up. All right, so Nick's getting his composure. I'll go with mine.
Nick's with the fishes right now.
So basically, on my scale, I'll give it a 9.8 on my scale. I got into this movie too late. This is probably the first time I've seen it. I didn't even finish this movie. It took me twice to try to watch. I fell asleep the first time, and I was bits in and out of it again the second time. From all the reviews, I've read it and pretty much read everything that was going on with the movie, so I know what was going to happen, what was going on. So I couldn't appreciate it as much as I would have probably like many years ago for this movie and its caliber. Again, great actors. The cinematography is very, very good. I liked it for the time and how the lighting of what it was and what it was made and how like it was dark for it to be like sinister and things like that. I get the entire.
It's right there. It's
the eyes.
It's the eyes bulging for me.
Yeah.
The fish eyes.
The tongue.
Yeah, the tongue sticking in the side.
Yeah, I got it. That's nice. I don't know why it's so funny, but I guess. I don't know either. Yeah, he likes his death face. It's a funny death face. I got it. Okay. Yeah. I can't fucking.
Sorry.
So yeah, I can't appreciate this movie for what it's worth. I do. From what I liked, I enjoyed it. It's just, it's not for me.
So how'd you rate it so high then?
No, on my scale, that's a low.
Yeah, if he really loved it, it'd be like a 15.6.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So it's a 9.8.
No, but this is more of it's a story driven movie. It's not action driven. You know, like there's some action in it, but it's not. It's different than what we're used to of action now. So
but as I said, I got into this movie so late. The fact that I can't enjoy it.
Would you say it insists upon itself?
Sure.
It's a Family Guy joke.
Yes, because
I thought everyone was going to get that. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I know because when they asked at the bar at the clam, they're like, "I never seen him."
No, anyway. It's when they're drowning in the attic at one point, and Peter's like, "I have a confession to make."
Yeah, I never seen the guy.
He's like, "I did not care for the Godfather."
Well, yeah. Well, they brought it up twice.
I like the money pit.
Well, he said, I've never seen the Godfather before.
Oh, there was one episode where he definitely says he didn't care for it.
Oh, he said there's like twice they brought it up, actually a couple times. Anyway, that's my take. Nick, go right ahead.
For me, I think this is a great movie. I agree with Kev that it's one of the best all time. It is a little long. It can get a little tiresome, even as a fan of it. Even watching it again, there were points where I was just like, "Oof, this is a long fucking movie." But that just might be because I'm trying to like watch it while I have kids screaming in my ears. But I thought, I went back and I looked. 31 nominations for the movie. Like,
Jesus.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. And then you look at the lineup and all the actors.
31, that has to be across different awards then, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I want to make sure.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, like script, cinematography.
Well, no, I mean different awards.
Oh, like Golden Globes.
There's not 31 different Oscars.
Yeah, no. 31 different across everything.
Okay.
Yeah, for all things like that.
Yep.
I think it did have the record for nominations at the Oscars. It only won 3. But I think it was one of the ones where, like, years later, like, some movie, this had at least 10 nominations. And now I know, like, Titanic or something had 11 or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll shut up. I think it only won 3. So, best movie.
3.
I'm done. Shut up. You go.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Are the Academy Awards the Oscars?
Yes.
So then they won 6.
Won 6?
Yeah. At least 6.
Okay.
Let's see. No, hold on. No, for the Academy Awards, the nominations were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Is it
11.
Yeah, because I feel like it had the record for
I
nominations.
apologize. And then the winners were 1, 2, 3.
Picture, actor, and
Writing.
probably writing. Okay, yeah, adapted screenplay.
Yeah. Yep. But no, great movie. This is a movie that I saw when I was probably in like middle school. And like I said, I was fortunate enough to watch it the first time, the epic version where it was in chronological. So the first time I watched Godfather 1, I'm like, the fuck are we starting off at the wedding for? This is like halfway through the movie. So that was a little bit of a reality shock for me. But yeah, no, great movie, great quotes, great scenes. It literally could quote every line and every scene in this movie when we talked tonight, but I tried to cut it down as
All right, well,
possible.
So let's see what we can do. Moving on. Great segue. Let's go to our favorite scenes. Let's go throw some out there. Obviously, we're going to be throwing out the horse head. Jack Waltz wakes up with a horse head.
Yeah, I felt that was very obvious, so I didn't.
Are you thinking like, wow, I feel something wet? You think you peed yourself, or is like is that blood or something like that? So like,
well, at his age, he is older, so he could have peed himself.
Could be a little bit of everything.
Shit, I'm bleeding blood. I'm pissing blood again.
damn it. Like
Little incontinence never hurt anybody.
yeah, like that. How are you that heavy of a sleeper? That's a big ass fucking horse.
Well, he's a Hollywood executive. He's probably all coked out of his mind and passed out.
The fact that
he
you
crashed
couldn't,
hard.
they got it in
so
there.
he definitely pissed and shit himself with all that coke.
The fact
Another day in paradise.
the fact that he didn't hear anything, that the head comes in, they have to open the door, all this stuff, and just
You imagine someone dropped. Oh, fuck.
they pulled the Nick. They
What
pulled
does
the
it matter?
Jay,
It's
Jay
Jay.
and Shane.
Jay Shane dropping that
on
thing.
Nick.
Like,
Boom.
if we just sit there, start laughing. Oh my god! Look at the blood on the ceiling. Oh my god, it's fucking crazy! Shut the fuck up! We gotta put it in the bed. We'll put it in there, asshole. We'll get there. Anyway. All right. What's some other scenes we got going on there?
I think I got to start off with just the opening scene.
Yeah. The wedding?
Yeah, and no, just that the very first opening scene.
The I
for
Believe
me.
in America speech?
I believe in America, and it's just because for me it sets the tone of like the difference between like how Don Corleone sees himself and how the rest of the world sees himself. Like he truly doesn't see himself as a mobster and as this terrible different thing, and he sees himself as this guy who is, surrounded himself with people that he helps, and when he needs help, that that he goes to them to get help too. So for me, that was a big scene. I don't know anybody else haven't. You mentioned
Just to jump into it.
Yeah.
No, because like you said, the whole thing is. It's weird because Bonacera, the baker, I guess is what his title would be. No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking the wrong thing. It's the other guy's the baker that comes in later. He's the funeral parlor guy. Bonacera, right? Yeah,
Right,
sorry
the
about that.
Undertaker. Yep.
No, so when they're talking, you get this idea that everyone knows that Corleone is like powerful, and that's why Corleone says you were afraid to come to me because you know the type of person I am. And he even says like, oh, you don't want to get into trouble, but he's like trying to tell me, he's like, if we're friends, we're loyal. I'm godfather to your son, basically. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's just we're together as a group.
Yeah.
So it's
Trying to make it as a family thing.
You would think, I don't know what the stereotypical idea of a mobster would be, but it'd be more like, commandeering, kind of like sinister. And he's just like, no, it's like we're all here together. Just ask me for a favor and we'll figure it out. And not like he's trying to like get one over, be commanding over people. So
And from what I hear, and just what I hear, is that that's what they really truly believe on the inside. There's no mob. There's no mob. It's just a collection of friends who help each other out.
and extort businesses for money.
No, whoa. No, they're helping them out.
Allegedly.
They're helping them out. They're offering them protection.
And they give them in
bad
return.
things can happen. Electrical fires can happen.
Listen, it's
You
all
never
about like a
know.
system of like favors people do for each other. We give you the favor of protection, and you give us the favor of
It's
money
a form
for
of
protection.
bartering.
Yeah.
It's a form of bartering.
That's it. That's how it works. That's it. Just a bunch of guys hanging out, drinking some beer.
I think by the end of
going,
this podcast, I'm going to end up in a ditch on the turbo or something.
He's not a friend.
You want a
We
hoof?
left the cannolis.
You want a wing or a leg? Here's a hoof.
Yeah.
It's a sin. I can't.
I see. Brian, we got anything on there you want to?
Yeah, well, not from that. I think I was just gonna I was gonna go into the wedding scene because then it goes back into. I mean, you could break up the wedding into like 4 different spots of it, but it brings in the whole family dynamic. You get to see Vito and his role and all that stuff, like we were just saying right now, with the favors being asked of, and he can't say no because of it's his daughter's wedding. Then being introduced to Sonny and Tom, and then you get to meet Michael, the golden boy, child, and then Fredo, like. They don't really talk much about him, and then he's fucking hammered, like having a good time. Yep. He was like, all right.
See, I think it's just Fredo. I don't think he was hammered. I think that was just Fredo.
I don't know. I think he was a little banged up.
He's banging waitresses 2 at a time.
So, but yeah, you get to see the whole dynamic of the family and who's who, and all that sort of stuff, and. I don't know if you want me to keep going. I could go to other scenes. Or
Yeah.
No.
I got a little more to add. So I agree with you 100%. And the thing for me about that scene was not only did it do a great job of setting up the story and the characters and everything, but I really felt they had a great... I think this is an underrated, funny movie for me, and I don't know if anyone else feels the same. But there were some.
I think the more I watch it, the funnier it gets.
So, for instance, right?
So we already talked about his eyes bulging out of his head. So
right.
Paparazzi doing his tongue in his cheek.
So when Sonny runs out and he finds out about the photographer, and he runs outside and he's like freaking out about everything, he spits on the FBI guy.
And then he throws him cash after.
He throws the camera down on the guy and then looks at him and then throws cash on the ground.
FBI don't respect nothing.
Exactly. That hypocrisy with Sonny is like throughout the whole movie. But then also, so I guess there's a lot of it is Sonny too.
Yeah.
Like,
bada bang! What do you think you're gonna do?
With his babe when she's sitting at the table showing the other ladies like how big his dick is, and she's going like this.
I always thought that was his wife. That's not his wife doing that.
That's his wife. Yeah.
Oh, you said babe. So I thought you meant,
sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, his wife doing that.
He got a full blown Italian mode.
or later on when he's like in the bathroom banging the chick, and the guy's like knocks on the door and he's like, yeah.
It's Hagen, right? Because Hagen knows what's going. Hagen's like smiling as he walks away. Like,
get it in, son.
Want me to finish her off?
That's great.
But no, I'm glad somebody else thought it was funny, and I just didn't have a disturbed sense of.
No. It does seem to get funnier. Like, it's not supposed to be, but I understand exactly where you're coming from on certain things. I think it's more the delivery now, and you're just like, oh, it's funny.
Right.
And like, I think Clemenza's funny the whole movie.
Yes.
I don't think he's trying to be, but he's just funny. To me, he's funny the whole movie.
Right.
Like, he's like kind of the precursor to like Pesci.
Right.
And Goodfellas. Like, what, not without the F-bombs.
Drop the gun. Grab the cannoli.
Yeah.
There's no problem doing any hit, but it's just like, let me show you how to cook some sausage.
Because I agree with it, because that's like some of those lines, stuff like that. Because we just find that shit funny. Like, who would say something like that? Like in the middle of like doing some friend stuff. It's just that's funny. So like it's a witty line that you never expect. It's just that their personality comes in. It's funny. That's going on. All right. So what else we got going on here? So throw some other scenes there that we can dissect.
For me, there's every meeting that happens is fucking huge.
Right.
The Salazzo meeting with McCluskey, the fucking Vegas meeting,
the five
families, meeting. Like, so
you can
everything.
even say all these small family meetings that go on between Michael and the 2 brothers also throughout the movie, because those come up here and there as well. So.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, every single one of those big meetings has an important part to this movie and piece to the story. So, it sets off, like, obviously the Salazzo meeting sets off what happens to everything, the precursor to everything. So you just, you kind of see, once again, the family dynamic with it, because, Vito is just like, he even says, he's like, I spoil my kids rotten when they talk when they shouldn't, and like, because Sonny just, once again, like you said, is so hot-headed, where he's just like, so hey, you think you're going to
How can you guarantee?
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that?
yeah.
You can guarantee. You're saying you can guarantee.
Yeah. So it was just
I'm a sentimental man, and I spoil my children, as you can see. They're talk when they should listen.
yeah. So so there's that meeting. Then, like I said, the rest of them, those bring up like a bunch of different stuff that you could go into. I put Michael in Italy, even though like I like it because Apollonia,
Yeah, I skipped over that whole scene apparently.
So,
Didn't even write it down.
so for me, the Salazzo and the Abalonia, excuse me, the things about those scenes that are really big for me is those are like the dominoes that fall that get Michael to go from being I don't want anything to do with this business to now all of a sudden he's got a vested interest to come into it and to do something. First it's with his father getting shot. Now it's now it's personal, even though he says it's about business. But, for real.
Well, that's really what he says in the hospital when he greets his dad when he's laying there. He's like, "I'm here now, Pop." So
Right.
it's like, "Yeah, I'm here in the family."
Right,
doing
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm here to help out, and then like you could see kind of the transformation, and I kind of trying to figure out like where he becomes Michael Corleone, because it seems like there's.
I think
Like-
the best instance is what Nick just said. Also, when Apollonia blows up,
Yeah, that's
Right,
where
that
I was.
was like the
I think
last
that's
straw
the
for
last
him.
one.
because
Yeah.
at first he just thinks he's on the lam in Italy, just hiding out. Like he did the thing for
Well,
the
yeah,
family
you-
to help out, but he doesn't think he's going to get wrapped into the whole thing.
Correct.
Once
But yeah.
he gets found there and his wife gets blown up, I think that's the idea of like I can't run away from any of the stuff. I'm just in.
Right.
everything
Yeah.
Now.
Well, the fact
Every
that
time I think I'm out, were you up for that part in the third one?
Nope.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Nope, passed out. I know the quote, but I already fell asleep.
they
Oh, here's Brian's scene with the sauce. Yeah. Well, actually, they put meat in it.
Tell her
so
you
it's
love her.
gravy,
You
but-
love her with
Yeah.
all your heart.
exactly fucking Clemenza. Why did you just
If I
tell her
don't see you, I'm gonna
Poor
die.
girl, why don't you tell that poor girl you love her?
Yeah.
And it's the best part. Even he's doing like the fake over the top Italian accent.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
tell her I'm gonna die.
So what was I gonna say? I think part of it is like when he makes he takes the hit on Salazzo and McCluskey, that like jumps him in a little bit into the family business. Like he's like 1 foot in the even though he just murdered 2 people, he's still like Kev's saying, thinks he's gonna just kind of hide out for
the
a
whole
little bit.
plan
and
was. Then they tell him, like, yeah, you'll go hide out on vacation for a year, then you come back, everything blows up.
Everything will be fine. It'll be good.
It was
you
just
know.
another justification. It was,
Yeah,
he
that's it.
justified
Yeah,
it as
exactly.
he's doing this for his
And then
father.
I think you could see the difference in him when he finds out his brother's dead, because he's the last one who saw him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last one who saw the family, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything. Make sure you're good. I'll tell mom. All this stuff." And so like that's his last memory of his brother. So you see the look on his face right then and there, like, now I'm in. And then when he sees his wife get blown up, then it's like, I'm fully in now. Because then when he shows up, the next scene you see him show up is when he sees Kay, like fucking year later, and he's full guinea'd out. Like, I mean,
Hey, you got the gold chains. And
No,
everything,
but
got the
I'm
slick
just
back
saying, like,
hair,
he
the
wasn't
trench
like
coat.
that
The
before.
Nike,
Like,
no,
the Nike Speed
he was an American.
yeah.
Now he's an Italian.
No,
Yeah.
That's Russian mob. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the tracksuit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the tracksuit,
yeah, no
yeah.
tracksuit.
Adidas tracksuit.
Tracksuit. Fucking.
Hey, oh.
But yeah, no, he's fully in. So you could see like that, and then when everything happens at the end, you could see how smart he is, and he's just trying to play every side and think moves ahead of everybody. But then at the end, he's like, "I'll wait, then I'll make my move." And
I feel like it's just talking about how smart he is too. I don't know if he ever has, or anyone hints to him anything about Carlo. I think he suspects that Carlo was the one that sold him out, but doesn't know. And
Yeah.
then Carlo rats himself out. I feel like that's something.
Yeah.
Where I feel like he's the only one that's like, I know Carlo must have had something to do with this.
yeah, it
and
makes
I'll figure
sense.
it out.
Yeah, I think he had to.
But
like,
again, that's
just
why he's smart,
play
because no one else
together,
even thinks about it either. And he's just like, I'm going to be the one that figures this out, basically.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It just makes sense, like that he would figure it out. I don't know, like just the way how he is. So all right, so enough of the Michael scenes and him becoming Corleone. Michael Corleone. I have the Sonny beats up Carlo. I fucking love that scene. You touch my sister, I'll fucking kill you.
So the thing for me about that scene is the hypocrisy in that, right? And I talked about this before. He goes from being with his mistress.
Yeah.
So he's unfaithful. It's okay for him to be unfaithful for his wife, but this guy lays a hand on his sister, who's his wife. And now we got a problem.
Yep.
Now, whoa. What kind of man are you?
Fucking guy does anything. He was precursor to, and this is where you could have throw the Mexican announce table in, where he gets the trash can WWE style, fucking hitting him over the head with
The one thing I think about
him.
The one thing I think about
the
that
announce
scene.
table.
The one thing I think about that scene, and I know that movie acting choreography is a lot different, but it's so clear that Sonny is fucking swinging and missing. It's really really bad.
Even when he throws the garbage can off, you can tell it came nowhere near.
Well, they said they left it in because they had other angles, but I saw it on like
some of those little shitty kids playing. We're getting in the way. Hey, get out of here.
So like it was just funny. So there's that, and then obviously right after that you get the kind of the death of Sonny, but he's going to do the same thing, to go and kick his ass again. So that's why you could think obviously it's Carlo who sets this whole thing up. Like, all right, I know the perfect way to get him. I'll take maybe I took one beating and he ain't gonna beat me again. I find it funny because he fucking takes 80 shots. And he's still up walking, and he's like,
Vito?
No, Sonny.
Oh, Sonny.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just...
in the family.
Like that. Yeah.
They could take a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. The rest of them can't.
Well, that's why his dad took 5 shots, and he was still alive.
Yeah,
Like, well,
5 shots in the
obviously
back,
more than 5 is what's needed.
They fucking go in. Fucking everything. And I was just like, the toll booth attendant is just like...
Drops the coin, ducks down.
Like, don't you think something's up, like when the guy just stops in front of you and just like doesn't want to move? Like, but Sonny, once again, that's like Sonny's, I guess, like his biggest downfall was his like.
What if Sonny picked a different toll booth? That guy's not there. He can drive away.
He was just too hot headed.
Right.
He just once he loses his temper, he's fucking done. He doesn't think. So there was that. I said the Vegas meeting, and then I guess I'll put the end with the baptism. Like just.
Do you denounce Satan?
Yeah, all as that stuff's saying, and that's where I guess the beauty of this movie is because of like what's being said and what's happening at the same time. You're just like, motherfucker, good, So that's what I got. I don't know what else want to
Gotcha.
add.
Anyone else want to think this?
I'll just
out
throw.
there?
So I have a lot of what Brian said, but there's 3 more, and then I'll leave Nick if there's anything he wants to throw in also. It's what's happening right now, the hospital scene also. So this is where we meet McCluskey, also the crooked cop, who's he's not an award winner for me, but he's a terrific actor, and he's fantastic in this movie, the prick cop, the Irish guy. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a great scene. Again, we mentioned before, this is where Michael is actually now seeing that he's getting involved with the family. So important scene and good also. After that, I just had it. It's the scene right before the Salazzo meeting when they're basically prepping it and planning for everything. So they have the loud gun that they're telling them how it works, let it drop to your side, just walk out.
Oh, yeah, I do like that scene.
And then there's, even right before that, when Michael's the one that says, they want to have a meeting with me, fine, I'll go, and I'll just kill him.
Yeah. What do you think you are, huh?
You blow him out, you blow your brains out, get it all your nice Ivy suit.
Yeah.
This ain't the army.
There's that. What's the other one? Oh, and then also trying to figure out, what restaurant they're going to go to and how it's all going to be planned also. So, and then moving into the Salazzo and McCluskey meeting too. And then just one more that I have was the Mo Green scene when we're actually in Vegas when Fredo was there also.
Yeah.
And he's out banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. Customers can't get a drink at the table.
Do you know who I am? I'm
Mo Green. I was making my bones while you were dating cheerleaders. Whatever it is.
Yeah, some shit like that.
I have it written down, but I didn't want to look at it though. No, it's just a great scene because it's weird seeing how people that don't have any respect for the family are, even though Mo Green was bankrolled by them. So they gave him the money to front for the casino.
Now he thinks he's...
Well, it's not, I wonder if they do even think that he's skimming off the top or if it's just, no, we just want to come out here and we gave you the money and you guys are... I mean, that's the reason why Fredo is in Vegas. Just like Michael had to go to Italy. They sent him out there and that's why he was being protected out there also. So I get why Mo Green is probably pissed, but it's too bad. They're the ones that basically own you, so it's time to go.
Before the mob went into Vegas, it was losing money.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
There wasn't people skimming. They were just losing money.
Yeah.
because of all the cheats, and they weren't catching the cheats, and so that was what that was about, and that's why Michael even says it. Like, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, maybe you're just unlucky.
Yep.
Which could also be him condescendingly saying, "Yeah, I know you're cheating. You're not unlucky. You're cheating us."
Right.
So.
I got you. So Nick, anything else you want to throw in there? Or we're good.
Yeah, there was one scene that I noticed, and it's not so much that it's like a favorite scene or something, but just something that stuck out for me was that scene when right before he finds out about his dad, when he's walking around with Kay, and they're outside Rockefeller, and they walk by the newsstand, and Kay sees the newspaper about how Vito was shot, and that's how Michael finds out. Like, can you imagine living in a world where something like that happens, and you, as a family member, find out about it in the newspaper before somebody tells you?
Yeah, get a phone call or anything like that?
Yeah.
It's like crazy just to think about the times and the way it was.
Yep, exactly. Okay. Anything else you guys throw out there?
I don't want to talk about it too much, but the scene between Michael and Vito right before Vito dies also, where he's basically explaining how everything's going to work moving forward. It's a nice scene, and it's, kind of sucks the scene right afterwards where he's basically playing with his grandkid and fucking drops dead of a heart attack with an orange in his mouth, looking like a goddamn fool. But anyway.
Right.
It's always the orange.
Yeah.
Symbolism.
Or so I've heard, because I heard that's what happened at the end of Godfather 3, and I don't care.
Well, same thing.
You can Google
Well, he
it.
has I've seen he has an orange in his hand, and he drops it when he dies.
Right.
But
Well, yeah, no, they.
Tomato though, wasn't
That
it?
was an orange.
No, it's
I thought I heard it was an
and,
orange.
and in the third one, it's an orange.
That's what I'm saying.
In the first one, it's a tomato.
No, I'm saying in
no.
this one, he's got an orange. He has the orange peel in his mouth. and he's throwing it right at the kid is what I think.
When he gets shot, he's getting oranges.
Okay.
At the beginning here also, when he got shot?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was getting
Carlo gets beat up. He's wearing orange.
Okay.
All right.
a
whole lot of shit.
Gotcha. All right, so moving on. Let's go. Let's move on to quotes. All right, I'll take the reins on this one going here. So as we stated before, leave the gun, take the cannoli. Love that. Love cannolis. Anything about food? I'm in. Anything has to do with food? It's such a good one. Let's see.
That was a good one for me too. I had me laughing.
See, that's one of the ones
Just
that.
how he's like so like dry about it. He's
Yeah.
just like, leave the gun, grab the cannolis.
I get to
I think it's funny because
that one actually made me laugh out loud. I'm like, no fucking way.
but it's just funny because he's like, all right, let's pull the car off. I gotta take a piss.
Yeah.
And then he just goes and then he's just waiting and also like, all right, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, you're like,
One more shake. All right,
yeah.
I'm good.
The whole entire sets it up, and then it's just like,
Leave the gun.
leave the gun, take the cannolis, and he grabs they're fucking good cannolis because they're inside that from New York, the
the
nice
box
bakery
with the-
box
Yeah.
with the red and
With the
white
rope.
fucking
Yeah.
rope and everything. You're like,
Yeah.
God damn, those would definitely be good. I would definitely take those. Do there any black and
But
whites in
even,
there?
but even the wife.
No, the
before
wife
him.
he took him because the wife told him, don't forget the cannolis before he left. Don't forget the cannolis.
Oh my god! All right, so
Back out. Watch the kids.
Let's see.
all right?
Then there's he's good. It's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
Yep, I had that one.
We have known each other many years, but this is the first time you've come to me for counsel or for help. I can't remember the last time you invited me to your house for a cup of coffee, even though my wife is godmother to your only child. But let's be frank here. You never wanted my friendship, and you feared to be in my debt. So Don Corleone one. Another one, give this job to Clemenza. I want reliable people who aren't going to be carried away. I mean, we're not murderers in spite of what this Undertaker thinks. I like that. What else?
I had that one too.
What are you worried about? If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. I love that.
Lotso.
I love that one. A man who doesn't spend time with his family, you can never be a real man. It's true. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day of my daughter is to be married, and you ask me to do murder for money. Kind of like, another Don Corleone, just truncating that one. Revenge is a dish that tastes best when it's cold. So those, this again, great script, a lot of good ones. You can go on and on for days, but these are the ones that I liked. I throw it out there. So, honey, you guys played some of these. What else we got here? Nick, what you got for us?
I got a long list of them.
I know. All right, let's just give her a handful here.
Yeah, so we already talked about Bonacera with the opening of I Believe in America. You brought up the murderers. Talking back to Clemenza, I can't believe I forgot when we were talking about this at the wedding when he's like dancing and then Paulie comes up to him and he's like, oh, you look really good dancing out there. Clemenza's like, what do you do? What are you, a dance judge or something? Go do your job. Walk the perimeter.
Give me some wine, though. Give me the wine. He's got the giant jug.
Yeah, he's just drinking it right from there. Luca Brasi, where he's there. Don Corleone. I am honored and grateful that you have invited me to your home on the wedding day of your daughter.
Yeah, just
and
the
made our first child be a masculine child.
Pretty good, Nick. How'd you get that Italian accent?
Yeah.
I've been working on it for years.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We talked about the "You Act Like a Man." Jack Waltz when he was talking to Tom at the dinner, and he's like, "She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world." Then Johnny Fontaine comes around with his olive oil voice
and his giddy charms.
Let's see. Salazzo had a couple good ones. One was with Sonny, where he's like, "Don't lose that famous temper of yours." But what I loved is like Sonny's like, "No, I'll wait." Like he's really gonna wait. Like, come on. Salazzo also with Tom when he was at I guess that diner or whatever. He's like, "I don't like violence, Tom. I'm a businessman. Blood is a big expense."
Yep.
I
had that
like
one also.
We talked about the Sonny saying about it's not the army. When Fredo was talking about going to Vegas and he's got that goofy ass smile on, he's like, "I'm gonna learn to work the casinos."
Mom's taking me to astronaut camp. I'm gonna learn to be an astronaut.
In Italy,
Special boy.
in Italy, when the bodyguards are walking back and the GIs drive by from America, and the one guy's like, "Take me back to America! Take me back, GI Joe! Take me back to America!"
Oh God.
Or when they first meet Abalonia and the bodyguard's like, "In Sicily, the women are more dangerous than shotguns."
Yep.
So those were the ones for me.
That's it. Kev, what you got going on there? Throw some out there for us.
So the one I'll start with, it's not necessarily a funny line, but I love the way that Brando says it when they're trying to figure out who set everyone up. And he says it's Barzini, and the one goes, "Don't you mean Tattaglia?" And he just says, "Tattaglia's a pimp." He never could have outsmarted Sonny or whatever. But just the way the delivery is fantastic.
Yeah.
I already had, "I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders." I also like, in that meeting also, "Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you, but don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again."
Yeah.
So,
Foreshadowing.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the dinner scene. It's actually coming up in a little... No, it's after he comes back, I think. It's Carlo and Connie arguing at the table. "We don't discuss business at the table." Or no, she says, if Dad was allowed... Dad never spoke business at the table. And Carlo's like, "Why don't you shut up?" With Sonny's like, "Don't you ever tell her to shut up?" And then he says, "Hey, do I have work for me?" And then Sonny's like, "We don't discuss business at the table." So I guess that's more of a scene than a quote anyway, so I just went through the whole goddamn scene anyway. But, did anyone ever mention any of the different variations of "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse"?
No, there's like 6 of them.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them. Yeah, so that's why I just said, I didn't hear Nick or Jay say either, so I just wanted to make sure. So
No,
and then
that's
the first iteration is
you don't even have unspoken
when they're explaining. So the other reason why I was going to bring it up, I didn't want to jump in when you guys were talking about, but the reason why that opening scene with the wedding is interesting is because Kay is basically the outsider that has no idea what's going on. So for us, the audience, that's why Michael is explaining how everything works to her for us to figure out.
Right.
So he tells the whole story about the band leader,
and
he's like, "My father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on that contract." And what's funny to me is Jack Waltz references, he's like, "I ain't no band leader." Yeah, I heard that story.
Yep.
Yeah,
and he still thought it was a good idea to tell him no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
I have the whole Jack Waltz speech, but I don't feel like reading it out because it's pretty long. But anyway, let's see. In that same wedding scene also, "My father's no different than any powerful man, any man with power like the president or a senator." Then Kay says, "Do you have any idea how naive you sound, Michael? Presidents and senators don't have men killed." Now who's being naive, Kay?
Right.
So, good quote.
That was towards the end, though, right? Wasn't it?
Towards the end of the wedding scene, yeah. It's in the wedding scene.
Because it's also towards the end of the movie, too.
Does he make that same line? He definitely says it at the very beginning.
They have that same conversation towards the end of the movie, too.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to say...
I don't remember what happens at the end of the movie. It's definitely in the wedding scene when he's explaining everything also, though. I mentioned it before, the other Jack Waltz line. It's like, you listen to me, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Let me lay it on the line for you and your boss. Whoever he is, Johnny Fontaine will never get that movie. I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Wop, Greaseball Goombas come out of the woodwork. I'm German-Irish. Well, let me tell you something, my Mick-Irish friend. I'm sorry, my Crown Mick friend.
Yeah, my Crown Mick friend, yeah.
I have it written down. I still fucked it up. Anyway.
I don't know how to read.
And I just have just one more that I'll just do real quick because I'm probably boring all of you to death. So anyway, we mentioned it before. I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen. So,
Yeah, those are.
anyway.
I have nothing to add. Those were.
Oh, Paulie.
Those were good.
How's Paulie? Oh, Paulie won't see Paulie no more.
Okay.
And then it's not really that good of a line, but it's an internet meme. Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, look what they did to my boy.
All right. Well, we'll take a break on that. We'll be right back. You don't understand. Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That part is perfect for him. I'll make him a big star. I'm gonna run him out of the movies and let me tell you why. Johnny Fontaine ruined one of Waltz's and Adam's most valuable proteges. For 3 years, we had her under contract. Singing lessons, dancing lessons, acting lessons. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was gonna make her a big star, and let me be even more frank, just to show you that I'm not a hard-hearted man, that it's not all dollars and cents. She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world. And then Johnny Fontaine comes along with his olive oil voice and guinea charm, and she runs off. She threw it all away just to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here, and if that Goomba tries any rough stuff, you tell him I ain't no band leader. Yeah, I heard that story. All right. Welcome back. Booze and Bros, aka RB2. Let's finish up the rest of this podcast. Let's go on. All right. There's that nice little quote. All right, let's go on. Movie awards. Best quote. It has to be one of the iterations of I'm making an offer you can't refuse. Right? Right? When
So
you think of the Godfather?
I mean, that's
That's
the
what
most famous, right?
Yeah,
That's what I have. My personal favorite, though, is let me tell you something, my Crown Mick friend. So,
the one you fucked
the
up?
delivery.
yeah, the one I fucked up, but I had it written down. Yeah.
The delivery is the best part of that. Yeah, I think it has to be, because it's the most famous, but I still love the leave the gun, take the cannoli.
That's like the most honorable mention one?
Yeah. And then the other one that I do like is the one of, a man who doesn't spend time with his family can't be a real man.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Next best one. So, all right. Anything else? You guys want to throw anything else out there, or is it we kind of set on that? Nick?
I really love the Luca Brasi line that is like,
may the first child.
be a masculine child.
You fucking always obscure fucking quotes.
It's like,
Always.
it's just, I don't know what it is. That one it just sticks with me. I don't know.
The same thing with the-
Love
I
it.
guess because
I
he's
love
just
it.
repeating it over and over.
Yeah. But it's just so funny the way, and may the first child be a masculine child.
Is your favorite scene going to be the one where he's fucking...
Garroted.
Is that it? Is that going to be let's move on. Best scene. Is that it?
Maybe it might be if we were doing funniest.
Fucking...
I know what it is. It's the Total Recall, No Air on Mars.
so best scene. Let's save Nick for last. Kev, your best scene. What do you think?
So my best scene is the scene that actually just happened because we have it on the background. It's basically
carrying him up the stairs.
Yeah, it's basically everything surrounding the Salazzo meeting in the restaurant. So like the explanation of what they're going to do, them taking the trip to get there, doing the U-turn in the middle of whatever. I'm assuming it's supposed to be the George Washington Bridge if they think they're going to Jersey. I have no idea. And then actually getting there, him coming out of the bathroom with the gun and shooting them both. So that's my favorite scene in the movie.
He just looks at them.
Yeah.
So fucking
Well, it's
slow.
great. I mean, obviously, McCluskey has no idea what's going on because he's a cop and you would think he has a gun on him probably, but he's just, he frisked him 2 different times in the scene. He even makes a comment and says...
maybe I'm not good at my job no more.
Yeah, because Salazzo frisks him again, and McCluskey's like, he's clean. He's like, I frisked 1,000 young punks. And then he's like, well, you didn't account for this one then, did you? But you can see after he shoots Salazzo, like, McCluskey's just sitting there like, fuck. But no, that's my favorite. I know there's probably other like more famous scenes for the movie, but that's the one that I like the most. So.
Brian?
I'm too old and cranky.
Like lethal weapon going on?
I
Too
don't
old
know.
for this shit.
It was kind of tough for me to put like a favorite scene.
The bathroom scene was getting it on. Which one was better? Which one's better? The night before bathroom scene or this bathroom?
Sonny, you in there? Yeah.
I guess.
Fuck you, baby.
Cunt.
I know which scene is the best. Come on. Come on. You're not going to say
No, we're not gonna. The beating scene. we know which beating we're talking about. Come on, you spoiled kitty brat.
break the dishes.
Break it all. Break it all.
We don't condone domestic violence.
No. I guess I think it probably has to be the baptism at the end. Because it just
The baptism scene
just brings in everything.
just kills in everybody.
Yeah. And it just shows like what he's capable of, and then he's fully
He's in.
done. Yeah.
Yep.
He's in.
Yeah. I'm a fan of all.
I'll take it from
a lot of murder.
I'll take it from right at the end of like when Tessio goes to him. We can meet on my turf, and I'll take it from there to the baptism because that's where it kind of really sets up the whole baptism scene.
Yeah, that's why I went with the baptism scene. He's just there doing a little baptism going on, and then it just cuts to everyone's getting murdered going on in the back there.
Clemenza running up the stairs.
Nick,
How many fucking stairs we got?
I think the Luca Brasi dying scene. No, I'm just, nah, for me, I think
that's a contender.
It's still can't stop laughing. I think it's got to be the wedding scene for me, just because of how it really sets the tone.
That was my other one.
Yep, whether it sets the tone for the movie, the story, and the characters, but just how they show you that they're going to have these comedic lines and bits that happen throughout the movie, and you just don't expect it in a movie like this.
Yeah, very true.
Yep. So for me, I would have to say the wedding scene.
Yeah, like none of these scenes. Like I know we say in none of these scenes you can't go wrong with, but you can't. Like some of them you can like argue with in other movies, but like none of these you just can't. I want to be honorable mentions to every eating scene they have here because the food fucking looks so delicious. Like every fucking piece of meal was probably definitely handmade by some old Italian lady in a kitchen somewhere making this.
It's a small detail, but even when they're outlining the Louis scene, where he's like, "Oh, what restaurant are they going to?" It's like Louis, like, "Oh, it's perfect. It's a small family place. It's quiet. They got great food." Like, who the fuck cares if they have great food?
It's Clemenza who said it, right?
No, it's Tessio actually, because he's the one that says he knows the place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably some of the best fucking food in any movie that's ever been.
Listen, it's gonna be the last meal you have in America for a while, so you'll enjoy it at least.
Yeah, hands down, some of the best food that's in any movies I think I've ever seen. All right.
I got to try the meatballs.
Did
Gotta
you
get that
enjoy the
recipe.
lasagna?
Okay, so
Inside of me, yeah. Sexy chocolate. God damn, that boy can sing. He good.
all right, the Randy Watson Award, best character. Who we going with the best character? Stuff like that. So, a lot of guys had a lot of screen time in this. So who are we gonna throw?
I know it's tough because I really want to go. My first bet is Clemenza.
I'm with you on that, especially if we go to the heart of the award of the scene stealer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like
That's-
Clemenza does it time and time
That's
again.
who I kept thinking about when it comes to this.
There was another scene where they were all on the when they were all on the mattresses and Clemenza's just in his boxers.
Yeah.
Like,
like so it's like
It just looks fucking miserable. I got to roll out of this.
yeah, I think that's the first one that popped in my mind. I'm like, this guy after watching it and seeing what scenes on.
So I have a different answer.
what? You couldn't make
So,
it unanimous?
No, unanimous. Damn it. What's unanimous mean?
Unanimous, all right? Jeez.
The wine's hitting hard right now.
Listen, I fucked the quote up I had written down. It's fine, so don't worry about it.
Unbelievable.
So I actually had two. If I wanted to go with
mad.
someone that doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, then I actually did go with Luca Brasi. Actually.
Yeah, he was the other one.
And for the one that I actually think is my favorite character in the movie, and it's, everyone in this movie gets a lot of screen time, so I don't feel bad about taking someone. I think Sollozzo is a great villain, so I put him down as my favorite character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how he you get the feeling from that first meeting with Corleone that he's a sleazeball, but yet he knows exactly what he's doing. He's well spoken. He's trying to get the whole plan out. And it's great that he never lets on how actually disappointed / pissed off he's going to be when he leaves the meeting too. So and I think everything that he does after that, singling out Tom Hagen, getting him to come in, if I wanted you dead, I don't kill you already.
Yeah.
So great character. But if I was going to go for a more minor character, I did put down Luca Brasi. So
I like Luca Brasi as well. Salazzo is a good choice. I like that.
Okay, I can get behind that. All right, moving on.
It's suicide. You've seen him. You know how strong he is. You can't win.
All right, Adrian Balboa, the worst character.
It's tough because there's two of my all-time fucking worst people in these movies.
All right, Brian.
one?
I fucking hate Kay.
hates Kay.
I hate Kay.
Really?
Yeah, she's another one. Fucking beat her.
Brian, Jesus.
Jesus. Just leaves those fucking kids. Just leaves them in the middle of New York.
That's Diane Keaton, though.
Who gives a shit? Fuck her.
Would you like to do a
I think
combination?
we know where Brian's leaning.
All right.
So do you want to pick one of the two or just throw them both out there? I have somebody completely different.
All right, so no, if it's not one of those two, the other one is McCluskey.
Oh, I like McCluskey too, but yeah, he's
Someone I just kind of want to punch in the face.
unless he gets you first, apparently. Stand him up.
I see. So, Kev, who was your?
I went Johnny Fontaine. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He's the crybaby at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, Father, I don't know what to do. You can be a man. He's a big famous singer, basically. Oh, I'm not going to be in the.
So that's
movie.
technically supposed to be like Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So he's a little crybaby. He can go fuck himself. So that's who I went with. It's too easy to just pick on Adrian all day. So
Nah, it's not that hard. It's not easy.
add a little bit more spice to the pot by adding somebody else in there. That's all.
I got you. Like Nick.
I would have to say every rat fucking bastard that did something against the family.
So all of the 5 Family Guys.
No, not like the
Barzini,
outside
Tattaglia.
family.
Oh, no?
members.
Oh,
You're saying
okay.
Tessio?
The internal guys.
Oh, so Tessio and
Whether it's
Carlo.
the Paulie, Tessio, Carlo, the one in Italy, the one bodyguard in Italy. I can't think of his name right now. All those rat.
what is-
What was it? Isn't it like
fucking
Callow?
bastards?
Yeah, Callow.
Spineless pieces of shit.
There's 2. Which one is Callow and Fabrizio? Are they
Yeah.
2? I don't
Well,
remember.
yeah, I think it's-
loyalty having motherfuckers.
That guy, right?
What about the?
No, that guy.
No.
What
it was
about
the other one.
the
The other one was
wedding photographer? Fuck him. You don't go to.
Oh, come
How
on, he's just
dare
doing
you?
his job.
Yeah, how dare
What
you?
about the Flatfoot sitting outside?
You
the
should
wedding?
know. You should know not to take pictures at the Don's wedding.
Listen, he got money for a new camera. It's fine.
All right, let's move it on. A little BTS behind the scenes. So Lenny Montana and Luca Brasi was so nervous about working with Marlon Brando that in the first take of their scene together, he flubbed some lines. Director Francis Ford Coppola liked the genuine nervousness and used it in the final cut. The scenes of Luca practicing his speech were added later. Marlon Brando wanted to make this is pretty much everyone knows, Don Corleone look like a bulldog, so he stuffed his cheeks with cotton wool for the audition. I'm fucking up words now. For the actual filming, he wore a mouthpiece made by dentists. This appliance is on a display in the American Museum of the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles in a special Godfather exhibition. So, all
That's
right.
how committed to the cause he is.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta change something up for this role to get this guy. So I want to change. So I put cotton balls in. Then he made that mouthpiece up. All right, that's pretty much. There's tons of stuff. I don't want to get too.
Yeah,
further
I
into
saw
it,
like one other thing about like Brando. Like you notice like there's never really a full on like front like facing scene. It's because he can't like remember his lines. So like,
no, he can't.
So all his shit's like written down.
Yeah.
Cue cards.
Yeah.
That's a thing that happened in a lot of movies. I know Apocalypse. It's a different, obviously. Apocalypse Now. They literally like wrote the script on a wall, and then he's like staring off into. So he's just reading it off the wall because he like apparently it's a big thing that he never could be bothered to like remember his lines for anything. So does every movie he was in.
Yeah, lucky.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. Anything else you guys want to throw out there, or is that it for?
There was a bunch of casting stuff I saw, like people who were supposed to play this role or that role, but it's so much for a big movie like this. I don't even know how much it's to get into. So.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff that's going on.
I know.
But,
Like James Caan wanted to be Michael.
Yep.
Like
And he was originally offered the role, and then they were like, no. The director wanted Pacino, to be
I don't
to be
think I would have
Michael,
liked
so.
it with Duvall in the role.
No. He wanted James Caan to be.
Caan.
Oh, Khan. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I
think I would have liked that either.
No, I think it was better the way it was.
Yeah.
Like, the only other person you could think of would probably be De Niro, but you know how it works out with 1 and 2, where he plays Vito, young Vito.
De Niro was supposed to be Paulie in this. The guy that gets shot with
I'm
cannoli.
so glad they didn't then.
Yeah, because then it would have screwed it up.
Yeah.
That's a.
Look at this fucking food they got. All right. Anyway. So moving on.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Can The Rock make this movie better? Where should we put him in the movie? Obviously, I don't think we put him anywhere.
No, he can't make the movie better.
No, you can't make the movie.
Now, can I pick a role that I would like to see him in?
Yes, this is. I would. Where
Luca Roxy.
Luca Brasi?
Yeah.
I thought I had
Luca Roxy.
Roxy. Okay. Yeah.
That's I actually had that because I would
Yeah.
love to see him doing his like comedic value doing that scene where he gets choked.
Plus, Luca's a big man, so
Right.
like
He
it
is.
kind of
He's
just
doing
makes
the
sense.
what is it called? The big kayfabe, like the overacting in wrestling.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
So
the other guy's lifting up his arm and go, what?
All right, we got him this time.
So I had that written down, but I also had written down if we're gonna go over the top, then I want The Rock to be Sonny instead of James Caan. So I want him going around. I want him losing his head, doing his wrestling promos basically every time someone asks his opinion on something. And then
It doesn't
then
matter.
the best part is when it comes time to beat the shit out of Carlo, it's going to be a lot better also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that definitely better.
Yeah, so but The Rock doesn't make the movie
Definitely
better.
going
But
through the
if I'm
Mexican
picking a role for him, I was like, that's where I would want him to be. That's where I'm going to get my money's worth of The Rock.
Yeah.
Like they're sitting there at the meeting and he interrupts Salazzo. It doesn't matter what you say our cut is.
Just pull him in for that one scene. That's it. No one said
Yeah.
anything. Just bring him in. For
You know
that.
what? Actually, that's exactly it. You can have James Caan in all the other parts and just have The Rock in for that 1 minute and they get him out.
Yeah, have him wear like a fucking like a.
In fact, we need to get on this. We need to get CGI Rock in random 30-second bits in all movies.
That's it.
And then the movie just goes on like it never happened afterwards.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, superimpose him on fucking Khan's face for that one scene.
There you go.
Basically, how they do with the Schwarzenegger
Yes.
thing.
Yeah,
Just do that with him.
Oh god, that'd be pretty good actually. All right, so should there be a sequel, franchise, TV series on this? So obviously there are 3 movies. How would a TV series about this? Do you think? What would you think about a TV series? Like think of Game of Thrones kind of type deal.
I would like to
Right.
see it from the beginning. Start it
Right.
with.
Let's say they did like a Game of Thrones kind of thing. They start from the beginning with this going on.
Or I'd like to see.
Was that like a similar like a
offshoot of like maybe a Clemenza story coming up, like like him as a young kid coming up, or even something where the show is about the Pacino had kids, so something with his kids and where they're at.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I mean,
3
they
though.
could-
Like 3, the kids don't want to be part of the family. Like they don't want to do the job. The son becomes an opera singer, and
Well, he can't do the job.
well, no, but and then the daughter like falls in love with the cousin. So
Okay. But
yeah, I'm just saying.
Or a grandchild, I don't know, something.
something where they start like a whole entire
Some
different
kind
like,
of legacy thing.
like a legacy going on. Yeah, like we started.
You kind of technically had it in what you set it up with 3 because what's his name fucking plays the cousin. Fuck. He's a pretty good actor. Whatever. You know, he was the one who plays the role, and it's just like he's, I guess James Caan's Sonny's kid, technically, because he's part of the family, but he's
Right.
not like associated with the family.
beat his ass.
So, whatever.
The scene,
There it is. Okay.
Look at that. That was terrible. Completely swung and missed.
even the kick.
Yeah.
That was more of a knee. Look at that. That's a good knee. I think it's a good knee.
He bites him.
All right. If you were to be in a movie, where would you put yourself? Where do you think you guys would put yourself in the movie? In any of these scenes, look at that bite.
I'm one of those kids in the movie
watching the fight.
Watching the fight. I'm one of the dishes that gets thrown when Carlo's getting mad.
I'm one of the guys. I'm one of the guys sitting in a Vegas casino, wondering where my waitress is.
Where's my drink?
I'm down $300, and I at least got a fucking drink. What is this?
$300 then is like equivalent to what, 3,000?
Yeah,
now?
probably now.
No, probably way more than
Yeah,
that.
Like 30,000? God, Kev, you're fucked.
I know. That's why I want that fucking. That's why I want that fucking drink.
I
Goddamn.
don't have a house to go back to now.
Oh, God, it's great. Okay. Nick, where would you put yourself in the movie?
That was my answer, by the way. I'm the guy at the casino wondering where my waitress is.
I'm not surprised. You know what I am, actually? I thought you'd be dead by now.
Well, I originally I was a guy on the turnpike who's like wondering why a fucking car just cut me off going the wrong lane, basically, when they're doing the meeting and he does the big U-turn in the middle.
Yep. It's like, what the fuck?
But I thought the casino answer was funnier.
I'm probably one of the cousins at the wedding, the first wedding.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about
Just keeps going up.
Yeah, I was trying to make myself in the wedding. I was like, "Fuck, I might be the photographer."
No, you're the flatfoot. Get the spit on.
Or I was like, you know what? Fuck, I'm one of those guys in the fucking over there in Italy, in the military. That's probably one of me.
Take me back to America.
Yeah, it's probably me.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, asshole. You know what we just saw. Anyways, all right. Would you like to have a beer with one of the characters, or in here?
So this is where I have Clemenza for my answer.
Okay, he's in there.
There's a lot of people that it might seem like having a drink with them is a good idea, but I feel like a lot of people you have a drink with this movie, it's not going to end well, probably. I think Clemenza was a good bet.
Clemenza.
I'll take Abalonia.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I got news for you. She's only like 16 in this movie, so.
No.
The actress who played her was 16, yeah.
And they let her go topless?
Yes.
Wow, talk about different times.
Yep.
I think they were in Italy, so I think they were fine.
Holy shit.
I don't know. It might not be 16. I mean, it could be younger, but probably not though. But there's a big thing. They said she's definitely not 18.
The confetti, that's like one of the best candies you ever have. You ever go to an Italian wedding and they're giving out the little confettis, the chocolate covered almonds with like this like white glaze over them? Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
All right. Yeah, no, the food's fantastic. We got it. All right. I'm fucking hungry right now thinking about this shit. So
Who else? Have a drink.
I would honestly Don Corleone. Why not? Fucking hey.
That's more of like a business meeting, I think. I would
Maybe-
have a drink with Sonny because I think it's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff's going to happen.
I thought that was a good answer, and I'm like,
it could be good.
it's going to go from 0 to 100 really fucking quick.
Could be.
I'm okay with that.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
I know.
I'm okay with that. I think Fredo's also going to be a good time when you're up in Vegas.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not hanging out with him in New York. I'm hanging out with him in Vegas.
100%.
Listen,
Yeah.
Clemenza, you're hanging
Or
out.
as we find out at number 2, Miami.
Yeah. Oh.
Listen, we saw Clemenza at the wedding. Listen, he's going to sit there. He's going to drink a whole pitcher of wine. He's going to have a good time.
Yeah.
He'll make you the meatballs afterwards.
Yep.
That's true.
There you go.
That
It's all
fucking
about the
food again. that might be it. I see. All right. Where are we putting the ancient boer in this movie?
That's your husband. Read the papers. Read the papers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that where you guys gonna throw? We're gonna put the ancient boer inside this movie.
So that's not where I have it. I have it when Kay,
No.
I have it when Kay leaves the kids in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had a job.
Be a mom, you bitch.
Yep.
That's all you really gotta do. That's it. Anything else? You think we're good there?
I think so. I think I'm good with that one.
All right, Brian.
I
Brian's
like.
fuck those kids. I hate.
Yeah.
kids.
No. I got mad at her for leaving the fucking kids. I said that before.
I know you did.
Said, fuck
but-
that bitch.
Yeah, but you hate kids.
No, the other one
in
is
movies. In real life,
Yeah.
he likes kids.
And the other one that I could say is Tessio when he goes to set up the meeting with Michael.
Okay.
Because then now you're like, oh, fuck a backstabber.
Yeah.
Rat.
He was the smart
fucking
one.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking
Spineless prick.
that motherfucker. Oh, yeah.
You think you could get me off one more time, Tom?
For old time's sake.
Yes, that's a definite. Honorable mention there.
Yeah.
May-
So that was my other choice.
Yeah.
Can't do it, Sally.
Okay, so I know we're going back some years, but Tokyo Drift got to pop up in this movie. Where are we going inside?
All right.
Fucking
I have it for 2 scenes, and they're both Sonny scenes.
Wait, you just got to run this by me one more time. 'Cause
so-
I still don't comprehend this. What is this again?
It's a Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift, and
What would be the best place in the movie to have the Tokyo Drift song playing while whatever is going on is
Yeah,
happening?
that's how it's going on.
gotcha.
A lot of times it does circle around like a car scene, a chase scene, something like that. But there's
Yeah.
also other answers we get too.
Right here.
No, not this one. It's not this one, but I thought this was going to be the one with the. This is the scene
This is what?
when he starts beating her.
Yeah, Bafangul you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is it for me.
This is where you want the
okay.
Tokyo Drift
Like right
playing?
now is where it starts to go slow, and then once she escalates him, that's when it goes. That's when it goes off.
This is, and this is what you want Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, this would be mine. 100%. This would be mine.
Oh my god.
So I have it for 2 scenes. They're both Sonny. Sonny beating up Carlo.
Okay.
I think that's one.
That's a good one.
And then the other one is when Sonny gets shot.
Okay.
Sunny Ambush, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I had. I had that one. I also had the baptism killings are pretty good too. But just I don't know. But I think the
I
Sunny-
can't. I just. there's too much going on with the
I know,
baptism.
it's too much.
Yeah.
Can't picture that in the background right now.
Break it, you spoiled guinea brat.
Kev, your thoughts on the?
If you wait like 10 minutes, we can get my scene going also.
Listen.
I have when Apollonia blows up when she's driving the car.
Monday, Tuesday.
It can start when she's just like putzing around in the road, and then as soon as it blows up is when the singing can start, basically. So
that's pretty good actually too. It's annoying that it's a car scene, but
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a car scene, but it's like I said, the 2 Sonny ones I like. I think the beating him up because he's throwing him around, so you kind of get like the drifting part, and the other one obviously he's coming in hot.
yeah, I think it's like right.
That's when the music starts to take off.
Yeah,
and then it's
like when he comes out of the car, he comes in because then I think you start as he opens the door. He's like do and stuff like that. So and he goes right after him, and then the kids are there.
67 shots later.
Yeah. So
They massacred my boy.
yeah, that's it. Okay. What memorabilia would you take from the movie?
Oof.
Well, we know Jay's going to go with some item of food. Kevin's probably going to be meatballs.
Well, no, I would like a Nona. I would grab her. I got sample.
Well played, sir. Well played.
one of them coming over here, man.
All right, so you know what? I'm just thinking like offbeat things that you probably wouldn't see in there, or probably be on your list, but a wedding invitation.
No, probably,
Different. Just
So you're saying something that's printed out that says the invitation to Connie and Carlo's wedding, basically?
yeah.
that silver bag full of money.
The menu.
Yeah, fuck.
The menu from when the hit goes down with Michael
I think I meant the fucking
The Salazzo one?
when he kills Salazzo.
the restaurant?
Yeah.
I was thinking about the menu of the fucking wedding. I was like, imagine what the fuck. Again, the food.
Yeah. No, like I'm just thinking of like stuff that you don't normally think of.
So what do you think food they serve at the wedding though? Let's go back, circle around back to this food.
Lasagna. We
Like-
know they said.
I know, but like, well, what else? Like it's like a 5-course. So they do 7 fishes going on here. Like, what's
It was literally soup to nuts.
Oh god.
That's what they probably started off with some kind of soup, whether it was Italian wedding soup or minestrone, and it went through
Salad,
every-
pasta,
Yep.
fucking.
I see. All right. Anyway, God, I'm like salivating over here.
probably some sort of roast.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, just go on. What? I'm sorry. I'm sure.
I would say one of these cars.
Yes, I was going to go.
I mean,
like
they're maybe one of these Tommy guns.
Yeah.
That's true. Tommy gun would be nice. I love these cars, man. This guy's get fucked up. Look at him. Just
Nah, he's fine. Walk it off, kid.
walk it off. That's all.
This is great. The kick in the face afterwards, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Carlo told him to kick him in the face.
So I went with the horse's head. It was the best I could do.
I was thinking about that too.
Well
The
played.
horse's head.
Got to dry it out first. I don't want it bleeding all
That's
over
fine.
my
Yeah.
house.
Why not the
just
other half?
mounted- I mounted
Why
it
not the other
next
part
to
of the horse?
It's just a prop end.
No.
What am I going to do with either half of the horse?
You know what? Do
You know what? That's just extra room. The horse head is smaller, at least. I can like put that like
You can mount it
on a bed
somewhere?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
with the eyes that it has.
Maybe the sheets. I don't know.
Put it next to Luca Brasi said.
That's great. I see. All right. So, final thoughts on The Godfather. The Godfather.
For me, this is an all-time classic. Like I said, this isn't one of the greatest movies ever made.
It was really worth the hype, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, for me, it's like I said, I like 2 a little bit better than this one, but this is in my top 10 movies. 2 makes my top 5. But yeah, it's a solid movie, and you just get great performances, and just to see the change in Michael throughout the movie, really, from like innocence to, I don't want to say evil, but like
You gotta grow up sometime.
to being like that, the man, the Don.
You gotta face reality. Your family's in some business.
What's kind of the significance also of the the last scene we haven't talked about too much, really, except for the joking about the read the papers. That's your husband. But I think that's the reason why the film closes on the shot of the door being closed on his face, because it's basically Kay, not her realizing, but the audience realizing that person that Kay knows is
gone
is
now.
gone.
Yeah.
So it's him now being locked behind doors with the family doing what he has to do. So
Shutting the door on your past life.
So, yeah, just to jump in also, like I said, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't know if it's in my top 5. It's in my top whatever, because it's one of the best movies that I've seen. I said it's a 10. All the performances are great. And like I said, for even a long movie, there's a lot of longer movies that are good that just drag at times. Even when we have it on in the background here, I struggle to think of a part of this movie that I don't care about. It's probably literally most stuff that happens in Italy surrounding the wedding, things like that also. But, no, like I said, it took me a while to actually finally see this movie, but it's quickly become one of my favorites. So,
I say Nick.
I think it's a phenomenal movie that shows how Italian Americans develop a strong community of, a group of friends that help each other out.
That's it. Some people may get hurt along the way.
Listen, that happens to everybody.
It happens. Yeah. It's just life. Sometimes
it's all just coincidence.
Yeah, it's just coincidence. Sometimes people get. Some people may get unalived.
You know what you sign up for.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you push yourself to the extreme, and sometimes you just get hurt.
It's good when the money comes in.
Yeah, everyone got to visit the Reaper. All right, so that's it for this episode. This is season 5, episode 1, The Godfather. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. Check us out on ReelsBoozBros.com. Check us out on all socials. We're also on Facebook. We are recently there now. Join that. But we're all on the socials. The website and everything else.
Oh, Facebook.
The Facebook. The Book of Face. And that's it. Thank you again. And cheers.